tomorrow.
Making what kind of dinner at
You
12:45
said
a.m.
what?
What you making at 12:45 a.m.?
I made some collard greens and some biscuits with some wings and shit.
This
Scrambled
nigga,
eggs too.
this nigga swear. Reg is the only one I know that the cook a 5 course meal at 12:45 at night. Oh man, yo,
Cause I was going to do it this morning, but I was like, fuck it, I'm tired.
mm, oh man, man. I don't know how you do it, B.
Coffee.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Cause just in case I oversleep, I want to make sure my food is ready. How's your
Wow,
day?
I'm chilling. Some major anniversaries today, bro. You gotta announce it.
You mean on the 22nd, right?
Yes, today.
Yeah, I already got an album.
Some major ones. I see some that we even talked about too.
Lord forgive me.
Interesting.
Starting about 15. I don't give a fuck about J Lo.
J-Lo. She still around?
They said she's doing some Whitney Houston tribute.
She can't sing. Why are you doing a tribute to somebody that and you have no vocals?
That part.
Whitney rolling up grave right now.
Come the fuck on, nigga. What else is going on? Kelly Rowland stormed out to Today's Show.
I heard about that. Interesting.
You kind of she's doing a movie with Tyler Perry that's coming out, I think tonight on Netflix.
Mm-mm-mm.
I gotta check something downstairs real quick.
Okay. Wow.
Back again. Welcome back, motherfucker. Yeah, next week is gonna be a good ass week.
That's what you keep telling us.
You said what?
That's what you keep telling me.
Like I said, I got some heat for next week. I'm like, let me get another solid week before I do some experimenting. Welcome back. The dreams you love. Shout out to Mike. He's in California.
Yep. Shout out to Mike.
Keep your head up, Mike. You know we here for you, boy. Lord, forgive me. Q said I'm listening to 8 Ball and MJG. Oh, coming out hard album. Okay,
What?
classic.
Something other than Pac?
Classic.
I don't believe it. That's hard to believe.
Classic album. Shout out to Christian. He just gave us a donation.
Shout out to Kristen. Appreciate it, Kristen, if you're in here.
Also, our first discography breakdown of the year is coming up very soon.
Why is Kid Cudi releasing a deluxe edition of his album?
His music is not that good.
Who asked for a deluxe edition though? I didn't even hear the new one yet. You put out a deluxe edition
His
for
music is
what?
not even good to have deluxe edition.
I can't remember the last Kid Cudi. I like the Kid See Ghost. That was the last one I liked from him with Kanye. But that Man on the Moon 2 was not good.
Sam said, I prefer First Family for Life over Warriors. Same, Sam. I like Warriors, but it gets a little overhyped for me. I'm not gonna hold you.
They going crazy. That's what I think. Going nuts.
It's a good album, but it's not touching Firing Squad, First Family for Life to the death.
So
I know some
you
people.
don't like Warriors? You don't like Warriors? You don't fuck with
I never
Warriors?
I never said that. I just
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
like it the
saying.
same. Oh,
You don't fuck with Warriors like that? You're crazy.
hot take. So Corey Halcomb and Donnell Rawlings almost got into it.
Oh Lord. What?
I swear, ever since Shannon
What's wrong with you?
Sharp and Cat Williams had that interview, it was like all the comedians are just beefing now.
Right? Like, what is wrong with these people? Jesus Christ.
Everyone's saying that Shannon Sharp is gay and shit like that. I'm just like, here we go. Shay
Mm-mm-mm.
Shay.
Lord.
Shay Shay.
Shay. Mm-mm-mm. It's your fourth favorite? Sam, what you been drinking, yo? You drinking liquor tonight?
You got this album, by the way.
Of course, it's
All right,
yours.
I gotta make sure. So sometimes you be having some off the wall shit.
Oh boy. Well, I don't like being like everyone else. I like being the outcast. It's fun.
Right. Same. All right, I'm gonna start in about 3 more minutes. Q say you prefer Teflon Don. Same. Teflon Don is actually my favorite Rick Ross album, believe it or not.
They all look crazy. They all crazy.
Oh, let me pull up my notes. I'm tripping. Yes, faster laptop. That's what I like to see. Come on. How's your mom's doing?
She good. You chilling?
That's what's up. Till I said, what's up?
She watches you. She's one of your followers, so
Oh, what's up? Yo, till I still got the young and restless if she wants them.
are y'all talking about that? I didn't watch that shit, so maybe she'll join you for that. I don't do soap
No, I'm
operas.
just saying. I'm
Hmm?
just saying if she wants to get some episodes, let her know I still got some on deck.
They, they have it on streaming.
Nah, they don't have the shit I got.
They don't have the shit you like on streaming.
I said they don't have the shit I got. That's what I'm gonna say.
They don't have the shit you got. Oh man,
That's what I'm gonna say.
that is funny.
All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
Okay, what's up, you two? How's everyone doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy light skinned Jordan Try in the building with me.
Sure.
All right, today we are going to do our on this day in hip hop, and on this day we have DITC coming out with their subtitle. You know what I'm saying? Subtitle debut album on February 22nd, 2000. Very, very, very dope album if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? This was like the collab album with all the members and shit. Excuse me. This was known for songs like Thick, Day One. You know what I'm saying? Where You're At. Since it came out like months after Big L um was killed, it came out with the tribute song. At the end of this album. You know what I'm saying? This album to me was pretty dope. I felt like this album, definitely was at the peak of the whole DITC culture. If you
Hmm.
ask me, you know what I'm saying? Just everybody at their peak form. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying? So this is just a dope, dope, dope album. It's kind of hard to come by these days. You know what I'm saying? I seen it go for like a lot of money. But what do you think about this album?
I actually have it. That was a great album. Just having we don't talk about this collective a lot. This is a collective of producers and MCs. Like Diamond D and Showbiz, Lord Finesse. You had Big L, rest in peace. OC, AG, Buck Wild, Fat Joe. The ITC always like that's the staple of boom bap right there for me. They had many classics within that collective, and the album was good. You know, there's some joints, some Champagne Thoughts. That was a banger. That was like one of my
Ooh,
favorites. You know what I'm saying? The Enemy with Big L and Fat Joe. That was one of my favorites. You know, Primo produced that. Great album.
yeah, very great album indeed. All right, now we're going to talk about Rick Ross. We'll talk about his
We
third
got we
studio
got some
album.
other anniversaries today.
Like what?
Eminem, Slim Shady.
Oh, Slim Shady LP.
Yeah, that was today. Naughty by Nature. 1993. The Roots. Things All Fall Apart.
Okay.
All of those was today.
Oh yeah. Wow. Things Fall Apart and Slim Shady LP came out the same day. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, happy
Yeah.
anniversaries to all
25
those.
25 years for those albums, except for the Naughty joint was like I think that's 31 years this today, but
Right.
Slim Shady LP and Things Fall Apart is 25 years.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So now we're gonna get into our review of Rick Ross, the third studio album, Deeper Than Rap.
Yes.
This album came out April 21st, 2009 on Maybach, which is under Slip and Slide under Def Jam Records, well distributed by Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? Singles album is known for Mafia Music, Magnificent, All I Really Want is and Maybach Music 2. Producers include Rick Ross, Shakir Stewart, Ted Tooch Lucas, both and Khaled. You know what I'm saying? All executive producers and shit like that too, which Khaled is DJ Khaled. I don't know why he went by Khaled, but
Yeah.
to just Justice League. You know, it can't be a Rick Ross album without Justice League. The
Mm-hmm.
Incredibles, The Runners, you know what I'm saying? Tricky Stewart, Big D, DJ Toot, Drummer Boy, and Bink. You know what I'm saying? Guest appearances include Kanye West, Lil Wayne, T Pain, John Legend, Magazine, Nas, Kevin Costner, The Dream, Avery Storm, Robin Thicke, Foxy Brown, Gunplay, Neo, Trina, Valley of Death, and excuse me, Neo and Trina. All right, so we did a discography breakdown on Rick Ross. We talked about the Rick Ross Meek Mill collab album. I believe we also did a review on Teflon Don too. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so you guys should have a clue who Rick Ross is. Um, I'm gonna be real with you. Like I said before, I was not really a big Rick Ross fan when he came out, but this was like the album that I actually became a fan of him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess yeah. So I don't know what it was, but it was just around this time. I guess when he was beefing with 50, I guess. But
Right.
around this time when this album came out, he had already dropped two other albums on Port of Miami, which to me, that album was when it first came out.
Midnight Put 'em
I
on.
didn't When it first came out, I didn't care for it, but I mean now it's okay. It's an okay album. It's probably like my least favorite Rick Ross
Right.
album, to be real with you.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I feel like he got pretty consistent in later years and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, then you have Triller from 2008, which that was a pretty an improvement over Port of Miami. That album has songs like Here I Am, which that was a big song. Um, Not Here I Am. Yeah, Here I Am. Yeah, the Boss song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. That was another
Yes.
big song at the time and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But then after this album came out, he kind of got into some controversy. You know what I'm saying? And around this time, two things would happen that will pretty much alter the course of his career. You know what I'm saying? One of them was the fact that he was a correctional officer,
Mm-hmm.
because there was a picture that leaked that he used to be a correctional officer and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So And that caused like a lot of controversy because he always came off as like the drug kingpin in his music, and a lot of people were just kind of making fun of him sideways.
Right.
Enter 50 Cent. So the situation with 50 Cent happened because apparently, excuse me, they were at the Hip Hop Awards in 2008, and Rick Ross pretty much felt like 50 Cent was kind of looking at him sideways or some shit like that too, side eyeing him for some shit.
Crazy.
And right. That's literally one of the things that how it started and shit, you know what I'm saying? And so Rick Ross pretty much came out with a street track called Kiss My Pinky Ring Curly. You know what I'm saying? Which that shit was pretty okay. I'll say it was pretty cool and stuff like that. He dissed him throughout the album, which we'll talk about that
And
and stuff like that.
that when that beef start when that beef started, remember 50 had the sex tape with Rick Ross baby mama and
Yeah,
it
I was going
died,
to get into that. Yeah,
and he made like a website called Boo Boo,
yeah,
like totally. I remember watching that tape on the website, and but at that time I wasn't a Rick Ross fan. Like this is like when Deep in the Rap came out. This is like the first time I would listen to
Hmm.
a Rick Ross album, and I felt like he was making the better music than 50 at that point. You know what I'm saying? Because
Fact.
this is after Curtis. This is after before I self destruct. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he was making the better music than 50. You know what I'm saying? And but 50, I remember when the double XL cover that Rick Ross was on, and he had the jacket on, and 50 was like he's wearing like fake like was it like fake Louis Vuitton shit because they didn't make varsity jackets back then.
Yeah,
That shit was crazy. I was dying.
that is crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that beef was hilarious in my opinion. That beef was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So yeah, man. So that pretty much started a whole beef with them. And 50 Cent, pretty much sent out warning shots, and he came out with the Officer Ricky cartoons and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So Officer Ricky, all that shit. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy beef, and then beef is kind of still going on today. To this day and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So
Crazy, crazy.
yeah, because there's pretty much a couple of people 50 Cent would never squash beefs with. It's Ja Rule, The
Right.
Game, and Rick Ross.
Facts.
I'm surprised him and Fat Joe squashed their beef because that beef shook up New York hip hop, man.
Oh yeah. That was
That
and
beef,
again,
woo!
Fat Joe coming out with crap. He wasn't coming out with nothing good, you know.
Right, yeah, man. But anyway, the album, I love the album cover. The album cover is very, very, very dope. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? On that white suit, everything
Hmm.
like that too. You know what I'm saying? And this grown man shit. Yeah,
Yep.
man. Very, very, very dope album cover. What edition do you have? The 14 track version, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So pretty much 14 tracks. Let's get this shit started. Track number one, Mafia Music. Um, this this song was pretty dope. Nice way to kick off the album. You know what I'm saying? This was produced by The Incredibles and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just as Rick Ross. On his braggadocio shit. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about him doing business in the streets and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this was a pretty dope track and stuff like that too.
Maybach music.
He threw a shot at 50 Cent. He said a line, and making sweet love to every woman that you lust. I love to pay your bills, can't wait to pay your rent. Curtis Jackson, baby mama, I ain't asking for a cent. Burn the house, nigga, you gotta buy another. Don't forget the gas head, jealous, stupid motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And this is like one of the main things that led to the beef between 50 Cent and Rick Ross because the line. Because you got to remember, at that time, 50 Cent house had burned down while
Hmm.
his baby mama was in the house and shit like that too. So, of course, that struck a nerve. That's Fletch Talking there with 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, pretty dope song. I love the beat to this track too.
Yeah, this was fire. Definitely, started off the album with a banger, and the beat was fire. The organs, the horns in it. Ross saying the rumors tell me you on the masturbating at the top. We so excited, so they catch up, we drop.
Mm,
Love it. Just a solid track. No intro, no skit, just getting straight to the music.
yeah, definitely. All right, track number two, Maybach Music 2, featuring Lil Wayne, Kanye West, and T Pain. This was produced by the Justice League. I never cared for this song. I'll be real with you. I never cared for this song. I felt like it was like a poor man's version of Swagger Like Us. You know that song with
The crazy.
Jay Z, Lil Wayne, and Kanye West. I like the beat from the Justice League. I like the beat, but this is this song was always. A lot of people say this is like one of the best songs. I've always felt slightly overrated to me. Just being real.
No, this is not Swagger Like Us. Swagger Like Us was, to me, that was a better one, but this was a good lineup. I think Kanye West had the best verse on here. Um, he said, talking about how your boy clothes extra tight. I just remember that my limelight extra bright. I hit the strip club and girls get extra hype. You hit the strip club and girls turn extra dyke. We know who not getting no sex tonight, and the lap dance probably be your blessing, right? And I think out of all of them, I think the one on Teflon Don, that one was like one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? I think Erica Badu was on that one with
Oh,
I think Ti was on that one. I forget who the lineup, but
that's
hmm,
that's the best one.
that one was like one of my favorites. You know, the other one with wasn't Jay on one? I thought Jay was on one.
I think so.
I forget. I got to go back to in the albums and look at them. But um, Kanye worked with Ross in the past, so I don't expect this is like Kanye in his prime. You know, and this one was dope.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty. Next song is Magnificent. What's up, Antoine? Next song is
Yeah.
Magnificent, featuring John Legend. Um, very, very, very dope song, in my opinion. This is actually one of the songs that made me a legit Rick Ross fan. You know, at this time, I was a huge John Legend fan.
Hmm.
Like, his first three, maybe four albums
I
are
agree.
really my favorites and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Too, I kind of fell off him
Hmm.
towards the latter part. Not that his music was bad. I just kind of lost interest because
Same.
that was when he was just. How can I put it? That was when he was just. Let me just sing about having a good time with every lead single or some shit like
What's
that
wrong with
too.
that?
I ain't say nothing was wrong with that, but it's just like around that time, you hear one John Legend song, you hear them all. You know what I'm saying? You know, I hate to say, but he needed Kanye and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But
I think so. I do agree.
because you know he was talking shit about Kanye, kind of like him and Kanye fell off after the whole Trump situation.
Well,
But
I mean, a lot of people fell off with Kanye. You know. So that's your thoughts on that on the song?
yeah, I love it.
I love it. I thought it was a great single. There's a video for this. The beat, the bass line, it was like a real melodic track. The strings on it. John Legend did his thing on this, and he's another artist that worked with Ross in the past. I think he was on the Rich Forever mixtape also. Many
Right.
years ago, he did something with Ross, and Ross saying all white tee, still rocking my Nike ears, fresh out of flight school because I'm fly right here. Ain't nothing free. I'm charging a free pair. If it's not on Maybach, then who the hell cares? Classic record, one of my favorites.
Definitely a classic record. Um, I'm not laughing at you. I was laughing at some shit somebody texted me. Just letting you know. Um, Track number four, Yacht Club featuring Magazine. Pretty dope track right here. Another one of my favorites off this album. With an ill ass luxurious kind of beat. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this was a pretty dope track.
This was dope. I don't know who Magazine is. I never heard of him until this album. And he gave like a little dancehall type of sound to the track, and the beat was fire. You got Ross saying living larger than life. Call us the yacht club before you join this bitch. You got to get your stocks up. Fire.
Definitely. All right, next track, Usual Suspects featuring Nas. Possibly my favorite track on this album. To be real with you, this track really showed that Rick Ross can be a lyrical mastermind when he's rapping with legends like Jay and Nas and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I've always loved the title of this track. You know what I'm saying? I've always loved the title. Second of all, definitely one of the best beats The Incredibles has ever done. Third of all, I never realized that Nas and Rick Ross had such an LS chemistry and stuff like that too. And speaking of the beat, it's kind of interesting because if you guys recognize that sample, that's the same sample that Jay Z used for Dead President, that Lonnie Liston Smith sample, Garden of Peace. You know what I'm saying? Which I do have that album from Lonnie Liston Smith. That's a very dope album, which I got to talk about at some point. And it's kind of interesting too because Jay sampled Nas for Dead Presidents and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Which again, one of my favorite Jay Z songs, both one and two. You know what I'm saying? So there was this line where Rick Ross says, and I quote, "If you follow physics, nigga, money don't ever flow. Meaning every day I'm living, trying to stay afloat. Coming from a boss, I can predict a double cross. Handlers managing money they'll never come across." Yeah, man, Rick. This is when I admit I underestimated Rick Ross. I underestimated Rick Ross and shit like that too. Now, is he like as lyrical as like let's just say Nas or like is he like ludicrous lyrical?
No.
I'm just saying somebody on top of my head, but no.
Yeah, but
But I think
I feel like Ross patting himself after Biggie, and he's not Biggie.
yeah. Well, Puffy did that shit.
Puffy did that too. Yeah, he's not the next Biggie. There will never be another Biggie. For some time, especially on that Mastermind album, where he actually borrowed the "Nobody Till Somebody Kills You" beat and rapped over it, and they were really trying to patting himself like the new Biggie. I'm like, he's not big. He good, but he's not Biggie. He's not in the Nas caliber. At least for me, I love him, but lyrically wise, I think there's a ton of MCs better than him.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, he gets it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can work with anybody. He's done it already. He's worked with
Right.
Nas. He did shit with T.I. and Kanye and Raphael Sadiq. Everybody. Erica Badu. He's worked with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Usher. You know, I never put him on that Mount Rushmore with the greats. I don't think he's there. He's good, but I don't think he's on Black Thought level or Nas or Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Same. Right. Definitely. All right. Next track we got is "All I Really Want" featuring the
No, I
Dream.
didn't, I didn't talk about Usual Suspects then.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, my fault. My fault,
You
Charles.
know what? You know what? And I was gonna say that when you need a feature, that's the guy to call. Because every feature
Yes.
he tears it down like that. Devil in the New Dress off of the My Beautiful Dark. That's one of his
Oh
best.
my God, that's
He
his
killed
best
that
guest
joint. That,
feature
that should have been
ever.
like a whole song for just him and not Kanye. Like
You,
Kanye
you
did his
know,
thing, but that's one of my favorite Rick Ross guest features.
you know, when it comes to that album, do I feel like it's do I feel like it's Kanye's best album? Surprisingly, no. I know a lot of people want to say, "Oh, that album is better than Late Registration." Grudge. I was like, good album, but to me, no. But
Yeah.
the guest appearances on the album, from Nicki to Ross to
Mm-hmm.
Jay Z, they all brought their A game. I'll even
Oh,
say Rihanna singing on All of the Lights to this day always
yeah.
gets me hype and chills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but
Even
to me, what?
like the unreleased joints, like the guest features on
Oh,
those, like
oh,
the Beyonce and
nigga,
Uncle Charlie joint that never made the album. Crazy.
nigga, and that's the thing about Twisted Fantasy. Like, I would call it to me. There was like four tracks I did not care for on that album. Be real with
Right.
you. I'm just like, okay, Kanye.
I
Okay,
love it.
Kanye.
I think that
Like,
is his last great
Blame
album.
Game,
That's
Blame
his last
Game,
great album.
Lost in
You
the
didn't like Blame
World.
Game with John Legend?
Hell, nah,
What?
nah.
Wow. You wild. You
I'm just
wild.
saying because like that Good Fridays, he had this one joint called The Joy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The one which that was on Watch the Throne. Yes, that was on
Right.
Watch the Throne, like a bonus track. But
Right.
originally, that would have definitely fit Twisted Fantasy because
Mm-hmm.
with Twisted Fantasy, he it's like he combined. It's like one of those albums like he combined everything that he's done, like the soulfulness of College Dropout, the
Mm-hmm.
soulful but luscious arrangements of Late Registration, the stadium atmosphere of Graduation, the vulnerability of 808s and Heartbreak and stuff like that, which I feel like it's a very underrated album. Yes, I
Yeah.
know people want to shit on 808s though, but if it wasn't for
That's
the
a good
album,
album. That's
if
a
it
good
wasn't for the
album.
album, you wouldn't have a lot of shit from Drake,
Mm-hmm.
Cuddy, Travis Scott,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that too. For better or for worse, it's a
Yeah.
polarizing album.
Mm-hmm.
But controversial opinion, give me 808s over Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yes, I
Oh
said it.
man.
Yes, I said it.
I love both, but I think Dog Twisted is his last classic album because he hasn't given us
I agree.
nothing since then that's on
Well,
that level. Like I like
watch the
Yeezus, but
throne.
Yeezus ain't Dog Twisted though. You know what I'm
Watch the
saying?
throne if you want to count that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's a collab album. I'm saying like his own albums, he hasn't
True.
given us a classic since Dog Twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that's like right around the time he was with Kim, and I think being with Kim ruined his artistry. You know what I'm saying? And he slowly came back with Donda. Donda to me was like his comeback album. The first part of Donda, I think Donda was his comeback album. I didn't hear
I
Donda
don't
2.
know.
You know, I do like the Vultures album, but again, it's not. I don't think we're ever gonna get old Kanye again. I think this is where he's at now in his life with his music. It's a different sound for him now.
Right, and that's the thing with people. I'm gonna say this one more thing before we go to the next song. Like I've heard this old Kanye, I've heard old Jay Z, I've heard old Nas. I'm gonna be real with you, and this is gonna sound very, very, very controversial. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them just to always go back to their old sound. If they want to, let's just say let's they want to like what Jay Z did with American Gangster, right?
Mhm.
People say, "Oh, I want that old Jay Z back, that reasonable doubt Jay Z, that drug talk Jay Z." Well, we got the drug talk Jay Z on that album. It's like that album came and yeah, it was successful. It
Mhm.
got a lot of accolades, but it was just like a blimp in time. It's like
But
people heard
can if Jay came out with a new album now, can he go back to that? I don't think he could go back to those times though. He got to talk
nah,
about what he's living now. You a dad with 3 kids. You're married to Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? He's a billionaire. That's the life. That's his life now. That's what he got to talk about. He can't talk about selling bricks and multi projects no more. And and
yeah,
and because of that, I think his music changed. It's not good because it's like he don't really have shit to say no more.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Unlike Nas during the 2000s, he was dropping crap to me. You know what I'm saying? After Stormatic and Godson. You know what I'm saying? But he found himself with Hit Boy. Hit Boy got him back. You know what I'm saying? It might not with Kanye, like people, the OG fans of Kanye, they're not fucking with the new Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Because his music is in it's a different sound now. His life is totally different than when College Dropout came out. So we might never. I don't think we're ever going to get old Kanye back. So at this point, it's like either you a fan of his or you're not. You're just not gonna. You're just gonna stick to his old shit. You know what I'm saying? And I like some of the new shit that he put out. You know, like I said, I've always been a fan of Yeezus. I thought Yeezus was dope. You know, the Wyoming album, not so much. You know, Donda, the first Donda was good. I didn't hear the second Donda. The gospel albums, I heard the first one, but I didn't hear the other one. But at this point, this is what it is for Kanye. So it's like it's either you gonna fuck with him or you're not. And the OG fans that don't fuck with the new Kanye, they can always go back to the old Kanye and listen. He has tons of old shit that they can listen to, mixtapes, the albums, the Good Fridays, all that. You know what I'm saying? But I like new Kanye too because he's in a different space now in his life. You know what I'm saying? So with age and with maturity and having kids and going through a publicized divorce with Kim Kardashian, the whole fiasco with Adidas, he's in a different space. So we're never gonna get the Louis Vuitton Don again. That era is over. That's why people gotta appreciate this shit when you're in the moment back then. That looking for it now, he's not gonna give us that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So to me, Dark Twisted was his last classic. But I do feel like Jesus was dope, and Watch the Throne was great. Kids See Ghosts, I love that album. He's still giving us heat. Even the new album with Ty Dolla $ign was fire. You know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of his OG fans ain't gonna check it out because it's a different Kanye now.
Right.
You know. Now this song, Usual Suspects, this was dope. I love the beat for this. The strings on it, Ross saying, "I don't owe you niggas nothing. Throw me two fingers when you see a nigga stunting." Black Phillip drumming, limousines are the Hummer, penthouse sweet pretty bitch. I call her summer. Fire. Love this joint.
Definitely a fire joint. Track number 6, All I Really Want, featuring The Dream. This one was pretty decent. It was pretty okay and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was. It definitely. The Dream was definitely very popular at that time too as an artist. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with his music. I fuck with some of his music and shit. So it was alright.
I always felt like he was overrated as an artist. I never cared for dude, and he was all over. He did shit with Fab. He did shit with Kyrie. What's her name? Kyrie Hilson, and he did shit with everybody.
Carrie Hill.
Kerry Hilson produced a lot of stuff for Beyonce and Mariah, and I just felt like as an artist he was overrated. I never felt like dude could sing. You know what I'm saying? His records were huge. You know what I'm saying? 106 and Paul playing his videos, the radio playing his shit. You know what I'm saying? But he sounds good on the chorus. He sounds good on this record. I like this record. I like the beat for this. He's ad libbing. The synthesizers on it. You had Ross saying green leaves in my shot glass all night. Whole team Ciroc ad. Ain't nothing you can tell me. I'm on the hills like I'm Jonathan Kelsey. Tell her friends that she felt me. We made love to the Love Hate LP. He's referencing the Dreams album. That was a huge album when that came out. You know what I'm saying? But I always thought dude was like overrated. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of people like him.
Yeah, I respect your opinion. Shit, I see what you're saying. All right. Next song is called "Rich Off Cocaine" featuring Avery Storm. This one right here was pretty dope. Again, one of my favorite tracks on this album. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Just one of those braggadocial tracks, where he's just talking about his drug lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Just talking, just it's just like one of those mafioso kind of songs and stuff like that too. So this one was pretty decent.
I like Avery Storm. That's a artist that he doesn't get a lot of publicity, and he's done stuff with Ross. He was on the Nelly joint, Here I Am. He was on the chorus
Hmm.
for that one too. That's always been another one of my favorite Ross songs, and I love the beat for this, the strings on it. You got Ross saying, "Don't be raising your voice." That's another retainer. Know you missing a nigga. Know you missing that anal. Know you missing that Prada. How we did the regatta. She was calling me daddy, daddy dripping in dollars. Love this flow on that. This is a banger.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. All right, next song, "Lay Back" featuring Robin Thicke. I did not like this song to be real with you. I didn't like the
I
beat.
didn't I didn't like Robin Thicke on here because he sounded like Prince. I did not like that.
Yes,
I'm like, you're not Prince. You sound like Robin Thicke. You know what I'm saying? The beat, I like the beat. The beat is fire. The 808s on it, but I don't like how Robin Thicke was singing on the chorus though, because he wasn't singing like Robin Thicke usually do on when he does a collab. He's singing like he was Prince for whatever reason. Maybe he was listening to Prince that day when they were recording it, but you're not Prince. So if he wanted to get Prince, he would have gotten Prince with a record. Prince was still alive back then,
right.
you know.
All right. Moving on. Next song, Murder Mammy featuring Foxy Brown. Very dope song right here. You know what I'm saying? This was produced by Big D. You know, Foxy Brown. Around this time, you know, she had taken a hiatus from music because she had gotten deaf and everything. I think this is like one of her first appearances she did. Because, you know, she was supposed to have came out with that Brooklyn Don Diva album,
Right.
but that ended up getting shelved and shit like that
That
too.
was a
So,
mixtape. Actually, it's a mixtape.
mixtape, got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, this joint was pretty dope. It was pretty decent. I felt like Foxy did a thing on this one, so can't complain.
And supposedly the rumor was he was dating Foxy Brown at that time too.
Oh wow.
Supposedly, I don't know how true that is that they were dating or whatever. And she made an appearance on the album, and I thought she did her thing. This is like Il Nana Foxy. I think it was a great collab with her. The beat was fire. You have Ross saying kind of short, dark skin. She's a fly little bitch. Be all up in the club spilling down pee and shit. Know the boy stunt. Jonathan Kelsey clutch. Yvette St. Laurent fonts on her bags to the pumps. Now he mentioned Jonathan Kelsey twice. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Like that is weird. Maybe that was like his favorite, NFL player at that time or something. But he mentioned Jonathan Kelsey twice. That I just picked up on that.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah. This track is no. I mean, this track is a dope track and shit. All right, moving on. We're gonna have next song, Gunplay. Gunplay featuring Gunplay. Um, Gunplay. For those who don't know, you know what I'm saying. He's pretty much like a protege of Rick Ross. He's part of his own Triple C's group and stuff like that too. I never actually cared for him to be real with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, this track was really no go for me.
I actually have that because they came out with an album like the was it like Circle City Cartel or something. The Triple C that's it's like his gunplay is Ross and it's like somebody else. I have that album actually. But I never cared for gunplay. Um, he never impressed me with anything he came out with on MMG. I don't even think he's still on MMG if I'm not mistaken. You know, the beat was fire, but I just wasn't a fan of gunplay like that.
Same. Track number 11, Bossy Lady featuring Neo. Very cool song, you know what I'm saying? This is pretty much Rick Ross talking about how he needed a girl that's about her business, you know what I'm saying, that can run her shit, not rely on anybody. Love the beat from the runners, you know what I'm saying? Neo on the chorus is definitely a nice little flip, so yeah.
Yeah, this is fire. I like the beat for this. Ross saying my kicks brown. Now I'm looking for Rihanna and them. Smoke junkie, Kush funkier than Parliament. And you had Neo on the chorus. Neo done stuff in the past with Ross too. So this is good.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. All right, next track, Face featuring Trina. I did not care for this song. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't really care for this one. And you know, I never. It's not like I just like Trina. 'Cause I like some of Trina's shit, but I feel like this
Right.
fit more Trina's album than Rick Ross is. To be real with you, but it is what it is.
I like the collab with Trina and Ross going back and forth with verses and you know the beat and the 808s on it and you have Ross saying selling dope, counting money, keep my dick hard, time to bust it wide open for a big boy. and they like going back and forth, trading verses. It was like you're used to hearing Trina and Trick Daddy do that, but I think like it was just different to have Ross and her do it, and I thought it was dope. And Rick Ross started with Slip and Slide Records, so this is like a
Right,
like a reunion type of thing for him.
definitely. All right, track number 15, Valley of Death. Pretty dope track, kind of controversial. This is a track where he pretty much talks about his correctional officer days and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pretty dope track. He also mentioned a lot of things too, especially like when like how like a lot of New York acts were like hating on Southern rap at that time in the 2000s and shit like that too. He mentioned that around the first verse
Mm-hmm.
and shit too. You know
Maybe
what I'm
before that.
saying? Yeah, he threw a shot at I think like someone shot Trick Daddy. He said very first line he called Trick Daddy stupid. Say he got AIDS telling people that it's lupus, not the one to jump to, not the one just to jump to conclusions. I'm getting money. Small talk could be a nuisance. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the situation is with that. To
Right.
be real with you, but yeah, I just thought it was kind of interesting and stuff like that too. So yeah, this one was pretty dope track. One of the strongest tracks on the album.
Yeah, I don't know the situation with it. I mean, like, he's no longer in Slip and Slide, so at some point Ross left and went to Def Jam, and then got his own deals, with Atlantic. So I don't know the background history with him and Trick. You know what I'm saying? And I thought the beat was fire. And, it's real soulful, some soulful like samples on it, and like me, Ross in the beginning, he's saying like how the meek shall inherit the earth. That's what the Bible said, and his verses like he's saying real niggas getting money, better log on. Think the game dead now. Imagine when your dog gone. Imagine when it's all gone. When your phone off, it's only one to call on. I loved it. I thought it was a great track on here.
Definitely a very great track. And the last song on this album is In Cold Blood, featuring Bangum Smurf. This is actually a 50 Cent diss track. Responding to the Office of Vicky cartoons and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty dope diss. If you ask me, he also threw some shots at Tony Yayo and shit. You know what I'm saying? He had some pretty dope lines. Like he had a line where he said, "Check the time on my Movado, my jazzy bitch, a mulatto who thinks it's petty to model. Suede Lewis on my feet, still running the street, and I've never missed a heartbeat." You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? This was a very dope track. I love the beat to it too.
Yeah, the beat was fire. A real funky track. Love the instrumentation. You know, we know Yayo wasn't gonna respond with nothing good. It's Yayo. You know what I'm saying? Like Ross had them all day. Like it wasn't messing with him like that. You have to call in, Lloyd Banks to get at him. But I thought the track was fire.
I agree. Oh yeah, and Bangum Smurf the
Mhm.
outros on the phone, dissing him and shit too. Dissing
Right.
50.
Because he had him and
Um,
Domination had beef with 50 back in the
right.
day.
All right. So overall, this is a very good album in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Has a few tracks that I could have done without, but it still does not take away from the quality of it all. I feel like Rick Ross definitely stepped his game up. After Port Miami and Trilla. You know what I'm saying? He was really getting accustomed with that persona. Production definitely. I feel like the production on this album is definitely the sound of the Rick Ross we know and love today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give this album a 4 out of 5.
I think the album is phenomenal. The production, love. I always love his production. He has an ear for beats. The songs, the features. I don't expect nothing less from a Rick Ross album. The Magnificent and All I Really Want, Yacht Club, um, Bossy Lady, Face. I think it's. I'm gonna definitely give it 4.5. It was one of my favorites from Rick Ross. You know, this is like when I really became a fan of his with this album, so it's great.
Definitely. All right, that's all the time we have for tonight. So, just to let you guys know, I got the first discography breakdown coming up next month and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna reveal who it is though, but we've been talking about this artist for a little bit, and it might not be a good discography breakdown depending on how you see it. Also too, this Saturday we're going to talk about Linda Clifford with the "Here's My Love" album that came out in 1979. Really can't wait to talk about that one. I have not actually. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Who is this fool? Naomi Augustine? Why are you in here?
Um, I've actually heard the album and stuff like that too. But the album's been sampled a lot in hip hop, so really can't wait for that. And then Sunday, there's gonna be a Destiny Fulfilled album, time to be announced. So yeah. Anything else you guys say before we head out?
Uh, nope, not right now.
All right. Well, that being said, you all have a very good night. Appreciate you trying to be here. This album is still in print from what I looked up, so
Yes,
it shouldn't be
yes.
that hard to come by. So y'all be safe. Peace.
All right, peace.